Lente. How we doing? I forgot to turn my light on tonight. I'm wondering if I should get up and go turn that on. I have had a very productive day, but a very long day. So I'm gonna push through because I really wanted to get this message out about some things that are very pertinent to women that are on their natural fibroid freedom journey. I'm gonna go check my my light. I'll be right back. Un momento, per favore. Turn this around. Let's see here. Now, this could be entirely too much light, so let's see when I sit back down if it is. That's not bad, I guess. It's a little bright, to be honest. I may turn it off. Hi, Naomi. Welcome, goddess. Your order is shipped. I don't know if you've been getting the notifications. I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking. I'm wonderful. I'm a little tired. This is day 2 of me having my time where I teach at the gym in addition to everything else. It is my pleasure, goddess. Let me know how everything goes with the products. I think you'll love them. I love that you chose the Green Machine Sea Moss Gel. It's one of my favorites. They're all my favorites for different reasons, but the green just makes it seem so much healthier and funner. And that shipped first, so you'll definitely get that one first. All right. I think your other order may be there Monday, but just double check your tracking. Oh, I'm so excited for you too, goddess. Excited for you to get started with the products. Oh, CMOS gel is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You just take it daily, like a tablespoonful. If you want to start with less than a tablespoon, if you've never experienced CMOS gel in your body, then take like, a half of a tablespoon once a day. See how you feel, and then you can bump it up. But once you, get acclimated and feel like everything is normal with the CMOS, which it should be, it doesn't have any flavor or really any taste. Of course, yours does have the herbs added. So you may taste a little bit of like a dark leafy green flavor, which is even healthier, right? But once you see that everything is normal and your body is like acclimated to it, you could take it twice a day. You could take a spoonful in the morning and a spoonful in the evening, or at whatever time of day you want to take your second one. But it's pretty straightforward, and it has 92 of the minerals that your body needs. Sea moss itself comes with a certain amount, but if you combine it with burdock, and if you combine it with bladderwhack, which is another seaweed, they say in the holistic community that you get all of the minerals that the body needs. So you're well on your way. And burdock is actually an ingredient in the Bifibroids tea. So you have almost all of them. And you probably have them anyway because there's so many good herbs in everything. So that's on its way. I'm so excited. My director where I worked was really into Dr. Sebi. So I went to the Honduras. Oh my goodness. That is so cool. You've been there. Did you go to the institute, his institute? So cool. I bet the food was and everything was fresh. You can literally eat like right off the trees. That is so cool. Wow, that's good. That's on my list. Love Dr. Sebi. The hot water. Yeah, because they have like like a springs or something, a healing lake there. Really? Wow. Interesting. Yeah, love left eye. Wow. Well, that's cool. I'm a little jelly in a good way, jealous in a good way. I love Dr. Sebi. So, yeah, you need to go live on your YouTube and share some stories about that. So today, we're talking about visualization and healing. Let me turn myself here towards the light. It's one of the lessons that I'm sharing with the women inside the group, but I'm doing the lessons on YouTube for everybody. If you've ever, or if you have experience, which it sounds like you do with natural therapies and herbs, you probably already understand the power of visualization. It's not really that deep, but some people don't even believe in this, and this is one of those things where if you don't believe in it, it doesn't work anyway, right? Um, you kind of got to know here that this is one of the laws of the universe, and then that reality opens up to you. But it kind of does make sense when you think about it, because they always say where attention goes, energy flows, right? And so when we find ourselves faced with situations with our health that are not the best, when we get reports that, something's off balance or there's infirmity somewhere in the body, you really do have, and this is actually a scripture in the Bible, you have to choose. You have two options. You have the option to believe the report that you're given according to the 3D reality, and go with that and be if you do, obviously, you're going to be at the mercy and the behest of whatever that report is, whatever that doctor or whoever is telling you what your limitations are. But from my personal experience, the way to supersede and actually surpass the confines of the limitations of 3D reality when it comes to health and wellness is to go within and to access these tools that have to do with things of the non-physical nature, things of the metaphysical and the spiritual nature. That's the way you do it. I've seen it happen in so many people's lives, but you really do have to decide whose report you're going to believe. And that's right out of the Bible. Whose report are you going to believe? And when I was younger, story time, when I was like 20 years old, young Cess, wanting to be a singer back in those days. I mean, I'm still a singer anyway, but I don't really have any desire to be a singer according to like mainstream, whatever, I can't be bothered with that anymore. I do things for myself, my own enjoyment, and to give thanks for the gift that I was given by the Creator, and to whatever I'm led to do with it in that respect. But when I was young, I remember talking to my mom, just mother-daughter conversations. But sometimes we get on the subject of, I guess we probably weren't even talking about sickness or disease, because I didn't have any. I have never had, at this point, had not had any issues with that. Fibroids was probably my first big situation where I had to decide to believe the opposite of what I was being told by the doctor. But she told me one day, she gave me this Bible, the version of it, the promise, and she was explaining to me all the things that are available to the children of the Most High if they access them, if they believe, and if they act in that with faith. And so I remember listening, but it didn't really resonate until I was in a situation where I needed to dig deep because I did not want to have surgery. And I didn't like what I was hearing from the doctor. So that's why I want to talk about visualization, because, and my mama told me, she was like, these are things that you need to remember. You need to know this, and I'm thinking, okay, it's cool. She's telling me this, but it's not really sinking in. But you better believe when I was bleeding profusely, confined to my room and not knowing why, and finally saying, oh, I should go to the doctor, and I scheduled the appointment. I still didn't know that I was going to be Operation Fibroid Freedom. I hadn't started that yet. I didn't know what a fibroid was until I was diagnosed. So I go into the doctor's appointment, and I hear that the doctor is like, I know what's causing the bleeding. It's here. I think I had the sonogram or the ultrasound, one or the other. And she's like, it's right here. It's a fibroid. I had two at the time. She's like, this one's causing all the bleeding. And I listened to her talk about fibroids, and I'm thinking, okay, well, because I was pretty, in my mind, pretty healthy back then with my habits. But there were other things that I needed to be doing and eating and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I was like, okay, so, but we can shrink them, right? Like, And she was like, no, you can't shrink them. Like, anything I asked that was out of the realm of the Western medical path for how you deal with this situation was like, that's impossible. No, you can't do that. Yeah, yours are too big to shrink, you know? So, but immediately had, I agree. And I'm not saying, I don't want to like sit on here and be like, all doctors are bad. I don't think all doctors are bad, but I think there's a lot of them that want to make money. And that's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not one of those people that gets on here and wants to like bash doctors, cuz doctors are very needed. You know what I mean? Yeah, and a lot of people's experiences, you know. But there are really good doctors, but you know, doctors are also necessary in some cases. I personally think that, and I feel that what the well-equipped woman, WOMBMAN, today should be doing in terms of womb health, right, is pairing up the Western medical diagnosis, testing with holistic. You kind of making a hybrid plan for your health according to your goals, according to what your plans are, because your plans and what you want actually are very significant and very much just as real as what you're being told by the doctor. And in my own case, I'm being told I had to have surgery. And something was like, even though I don't know what a fibroid is and I don't know about this, something was like, I know because of that conversation my mama had told me about when I was 20, that if I say so, things have to respond in my life according to my word, right? These things here that we're seeing, you know, they are physical. But what is more powerful than the physical is that thought that was necessary for the physical to even be crafted and created. So what if the person who decided that they wanted to make this cup had not thought of the cup first, the cup wouldn't be here. So that's my point, right? Like, it seems very elementary and simple, but it is. It's not that deep. Sometimes we just have to fight a little harder and put a little bit more pressure on the situation in order to see reanimation and see our reality change. And that is what I want to talk about with visualization. You have to know that you have a very powerful tool right here. And I like to flip it on women, especially when we talk about fibroids, because fibroids are like female energy that has gone out of control and gone haywire because it's been being ignored, it's been being neglected, it's been being underestimated, or just it's not even being acknowledged that it's a real significance, our own power that we have as far as womb power, creative power. Up until dealing with fibroids, I never really thought of the creative power that we possess outside of childbirthing when it came to the womb space, right? But once I had fibroids and once I saw the fibroid fall out, once I saw fibroids shrink, right? I've seen that happen multiple times in situations where I've been told it's impossible. I realized that I needed to look at what patterns were present in my life leading up to when I found out about the fibroids, and what patterns were present when I started seeing rapid reduction in size, elimination of symptoms, the fibroid fall out. And so it has to do with the creative energy. Of course, we know herbs, eating plant-based, eliminating things that are toxic, right? Making sure we're not exposing ourselves to estrogens and xenoestrogens, you know, things in sprays and cleaning products, right? All of those things are very valid. But another valid point is the mindset, right? Is your mindset primed to put out into the universe, into the atmosphere, a command that healing is what you are commanding into your reality? Visually, right? In your mind's eye first. And then from your mind's eye, once you've had that image in your mind's eye of what you look like being healed of fibroids, you're also seeing the visualization, the visions manifest by your daily actions. You're making it more real by acting as if it's already done, right? You're calling things that be not as though they were. That's a Bible scripture. Um, you're faking it until you make it. You're walking by faith and not by sight, right? So we're walking in the outcome that we want to manifest. We're not saying, I wish, I hope I can be one day. We're saying, okay, and this is an exercise I work on with a lot of women. I try to like use this to help women make a light bulb go off. But sometimes, it just kind of seems so simple that, it floats over people's head. But the questions you need to ask yourself to activate this, even though you already know it, it's good to do this regularly to always have your mind in the present moment on the right frequency when it comes to manifesting or activating or cultivating the energies necessary to see fibroids start to shrink, fibroids dissolve. And that is, if I were healed of fibroids, if I were automatically fibroid free, 100% naturally, what would be different about my life? How would my actions, my daily routine, how would my behaviors be different? How would I live? How would I move through my world if I, in this very moment, could do this and I found out I see myself as being naturally fibroid free? If that's the case, ask yourself that question and say, you know what would I be doing differently? How would I be living differently? How would I be acting differently than I do today? And your assignment to walk into that as your reality is to start doing, behaving, and acting in that way now, right? You use that. You act as if. You take actions. You walk in that reality now. And then you keep the vision here. Every now and then you revisit the visualization of you being naturally fibroid free. What does that feel like? What would it actually feel like in this moment if you snapped your fingers, the fibroids were gone, right? And how would that feel differently to you than the version of you that has had fibroids, the version of you that's suffering with heavy bleeding, the version of you that's suffering with fibroid pain or crowded abdomen and womb space? What is the difference in this woman with fibroids and the version of you that is now fibroid free, right? The version of you that is fibroid free, you need to sit with those feelings. Feel something, and make it real. Make your visualization real. For example, a really easy exercise is to imagine that you've succeeded. You've dissolved the fibroids. They have disappeared. They've fallen out, whatever. Make it as real as you want. I would recommend that you imagine in your visualization that they've disappeared, because falling out ain't no joke. Because when they fall out, you have no control of when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, where you'll be, or where the fibroid will be when it falls out. Because case in point, when the one that I had fell out, it was still attached to one main artery and it was hanging inside of the vaginal canal area. And that's not good. That's nothing that you can just sit with and move throughout your daily life. So I had to call any doctor that, first of all, that would answer, second of all, that believed me, third of all, that would agree to see me in outpatient appointment and see if they could just cut it off with a scalpel. So I would recommend that you get really specific in your visualization of becoming naturally fibroid free and visualize that you did so well with all of your fibroid freedom action steps, your eating, your herbal plans, whatever you have in place, that they were so seamless that they all worked together holistically to help you rapidly, gradually, and very effectively dissolve the fibroid completely and be eliminated through your body's detox pathways and channels. That's what I wanted. But maybe I didn't get that specific. I just was visualizing, praise dancing, that I was fibroid free, doing the best I could with all of my fibroid freedom action steps, and that fibroid fell out. And it was still hanging by one artery. But that's okay, because it fell out. Well, I'm happy about that. So anyway, you need to feel all the feels. So make a scene. This is your assignment. Take it seriously, right? It may seem easy and simple, but just try it. Just do it. And when you do it, don't make it that complicated, because these are little things that will literally change the trajectory, but they don't seem like they carry that much weight. I'm telling you from personal experience. You're going to imagine that you are giving the great news that you have succeeded at manifesting natural fibroid freedom to a friend or to somebody very close and special and important to you in your life. So pick a scene of where you'll be telling this person and make the scene as tertiary and real in your mind's eye as you can. And by that, I mean add the five senses. So, where are you when you're giving this good news to this special person about your success with natural fibroid elimination? Where are you? Where are you telling them? Are you on a vacation because now you're so excited because you can wear white bikinis out on the beach and you're with your best friend or your girlfriend, or you went on a retreat, or you with your love, and you're telling your man, hey, baby, I'm fibroid free. We are actively working on starting our family now. Are we talking about it like that? Who are you talking to? Where are y'all at? What does it feel like where you are? Like I said, I mentioned the beach. So is it a windy day on the beach? Make it specific. Do you feel the wind brushing across your neck or your cheek? Do you feel the wind flowing through your hair? Do you have, your hair up? Are you wearing a weave, baby? Like, make it real, make it realistic for you. Is your hair braided? Do you feel the braids here being, blown by the wind? What are you smelling? Do you smell grilled fish? Do you smell food, pina coladas because the people around you are having drinks? Whatever you need to do to make the visualization real. Do you smell the sea, the ocean? Do you see that shimmery, beautiful thing that happens when the sun is shining bright and it's hitting the top of the ocean, and the top of the ocean almost looks like there's like a cascading like layer of diamonds on the ocean? Is that what you're seeing? What is it? Where are you? What do you smell? What do you hear? Do you hear people playing beach volleyball? Do you hear somebody with their children making sandcastles? Do you hear a boat coming in on the harbor? Make it real. Make the scene real and feel all the feels and add the five senses. Do you feel like you're about to be brought to tears because you are just overjoyed because you saw this beautiful moment that you weren't 100% sure was real? I'm telling you from personal experience. And now you almost are like, I don't even believe, I'm surprised this happened to me, and it did happen to me. This is how I felt. When I saw the fibroid falling out, and I looked down and I'm like, actually, TMI, if you're squeamish, click off now. If you have children, get them out of the room now. And I'm going to say something in about 10 seconds, okay, about when the fibroid fell out and was hanging by one. I don't know if it was an artery or a vein. I always say artery, but that sounds, like I said, I'm not a doctor. And I don't know if the artery is the right word, because maybe it would have been really serious if it was an artery, but it was hanging by one vein or artery, and I had to get it cut off in outpatient. Like, come down, scalpel, no anesthesia. And yes, I hollered and cried for my mom. And if you have not heard this story, I had almost out of body experience because I hollered so loud that I was shocked that I was hearing myself holler that loud. So yeah. So anyway, children should be gone. Now, I was so shocked and so oblivious to the fact that the fibroid had fallen out that I tried to pull it. Yes, I did. And then I had to stop because I started feeling there was something, it was still attached behind my belly button. So that's how real it got. Okay, that's why I said make your visualization about your situation very real and very tertiary to you, right? Make it real, because you can, and you really do have the power to get whatever it is you visualize and you intend and that you command in your world and in your reality. Okay, so 1 second. All right, I'm back. So you're going to want to make it real. That's your assignment. You're going to use your senses. You're going to have that special person that you're giving the good news to. And you don't have to take a long time on this. You can take literally 20 minutes and do this. And it's okay to do it multiple times, right? But just make this part of your self-care practice, your practice for addressing the non-physical aspects of yourself, your spiritual bodies, There's so many, matter of fact, let's look it up right now. There's so many non-physical bodies that we never really think of, or energy bodies. Like we have an aura per se, we have a physical body, right? But we also have other bodies that are not of the physical nature that must be addressed in terms of bringing healing in different situations. And fibroids is one of those situations where imbalances and infirmity can exist. Really, this goes with any infirmity, any sickness and disease. It can be existing across the different bodies. So let's talk about a couple of those, a few of those names of those different bodies to show you how deep and how multi-layered the metaphysical aspect, the spiritual aspect of you really is when we're talking about healing and holistic wellness. You have an etheric body, an emotional body, we have mental bodies, we have an astral body, we have an etheric template body. I don't even know what that is. A celestial body, and then a causal body. And this is just um, jumping on this subject from like a very, very general perspective, but just to give you an idea. So, a quick little way that we can look at this and how it really makes significance with shrinking fibroids is trauma, stress, anxiety, negative energy, things like that, that we don't fully have a means in place to make sure that energy is fully expelled from our system, and our bodies can be still persisting, still present in some of the non-physical aspects of self. And we may not even be aware of it because we don't tend to really go that deep on a regular basis. And even when we need to, when sickness and disease manifests, because really the true reality is sickness and disease, any form, all forms of it, have a um, non-physical significance that preceded the physical manifestation in the body. Okay, and there's a connection across different systems and different functions or malfunctions in the body that are all interconnected and interwoven together. So, say somebody's in denial about something with their emotions, or stifling their own emotions, or they are not ready to address something that happened in their lives in the conscious reality. Subconsciously, there's still some negative energy or some stagnance or something there that can, over time, become a seed that grows bigger and bigger, that can eventually cause, think of it as toxic dust in terms of air and atmosphere, but we're talking in terms of these non-physical aspects of self. So that toxic energy can actually build so much that it creates a physical manifestation somewhere relating to that area of the physical body connected to a certain non-physical body, right? So when we think about the womb space, and now I'm gonna wrap it up. That's our creative control center. That's where we um, hold our babies. That's where the babies grow, right? But if we have an issue in our lives, or there's a negative pattern or something where we are not fully allowing our creative energy to be expressed, or allowing the creative energy that is real to you to be nurtured, to flow naturally, we're not even giving any attention to a creative outlet, that will in turn be an area where that area is being blocked or stifled. And that will also connect to emotional blockages, emotional toxicities. If we are always doing things to address all of these areas, right? Self-care work, some things that we can do of the physical or exercise category, we may not even realize has a significance with keeping our emotions balanced, helping our bodies to expel toxic emotions, helping our bodies to expel negative and low vibrational energy. You can do all those things with First of all, Christ, which strengthens me. But you can do all those things with through yoga, through yogic poses, if yoga is your thing. But sometimes you can just dance. We can just do womb winding, right? We can literally, because the womb space is so strong, right? We hold a lot of energy here. I'm too close to the camera. But that's why dancing is such a very powerful and sophisticated tool, and a lot of people don't want to do it. They're shy, and it's like, well, baby, you need to be in the privacy of your own room or home and just sit with your energy, sit with your womb space, right? And play around with feeling your way through your different areas, the different points of your womb space. And if you do that, that's a simple way to begin to unlock negative, traumatic, body memory, low vibrational emotions. And it doesn't even have to be related to anything of the sexual nature, anything related to the womb space at all. Your body, whether you know it or not, is actually very intelligently designed to take things that are not meant to be there and store them in stronger parts of your body. So in our hips, in the womb space, a lot of things that we don't express or talk about, or things that we just slide under the rug, maybe that we should have gone deeper into, or maybe we need therapy, or maybe we don't want to go back to a toxic part of our childhood or past. We want it to be over and we want to move forward. Sometimes there's still things connected to those times that we need to address. And sometimes an easy way to do that is to physically move our temples in ways that is very balancing, pleasing, and enjoying to us. And sometimes these ways involve us getting out of our comfort zone, dancing in front of people, connecting with others, right? These are just some examples. But the body has things, little seeds of lower vibrational situations that it's thrown and stored in the more powerful parts of your body. And the creative control center is one of your more powerful parts. And hips is one of our strongest parts as women, hips and thighs. The body will store a lot of stimuli that is not the most positive in those areas. And we, moving through our lives, will have no idea that that is manifesting into other situations later, like infertility. A lot of women that because I do womb Reiki energy reading and womb Reiki energy healing, right? So I will actually, in situations, I have worked with a lot of women where I will notice certain things in certain areas of the body. And would you know that certain areas of the womb space has energy centers that correspond with energy centers on the rest of the body. And those energy centers, like the solar plexus or the root chakra, right? They all give us insight depending on what's going on there as far as balanced or imbalanced readings go, gives us insight because, for example, the root chakra is connected directly to your heart space. It's directly connected to stability in life. It's connected to whether you feel safe in your own world or safe in your own immediate group of people. You know, if there's imbalances that are manifesting near that area, we can kind of take insight there and say, hey, according to this may be saying that you may have something or some trauma or something going on related to stability. And lo and behold, you'll go there and talk to somebody about their reading, and they'll say, well, I had a very volatile and very unstable childhood. I never knew how long I'd be at a school. I was always getting shuffled around because, my parents couldn't afford this. And so I was always getting sent to live with it. It'll all come out. But you'll never know those types of things if you don't do deeper work. Now, do you have to have womb Reiki? No. God gave you everything you need to get what you need done if you put it out into your reality and move with intention and put that command out. But you got to do it. And an easy way to do that, I'm taking you back now, is to start with visualizing. Just do visualization. It's very, very effective. And also, you can make it a part of a balanced self-care routine for yourself. Everybody should be doing self-care regularly to ward off stress, for anti-anxiety, but also to promote fertility, hormone balance. These types of things are work, like I said, that is related to the non-physical part of you, the non-physical factors that make a difference in seeing results with shrinking fibroids or not. So take that exercise I just gave you on visualization and put it to use. Feel all the feels, feel your five senses, and feel what you feel like in the situation, just emotionally. Feel whatever your heart space is telling you when you're given that good news. So another cool thing about visualization, and then I'm going to move on to a quick little, very fast cheat sheet castor oil pack run through, if you don't know. But another thing about visualization is that, like I said, where attention goes, energy flows. I have to make sure I say that right. By engaging in visualization, it gives you your power back in whatever situation you're facing as far as diagnoses with sickness and disease. If you just take time to visualize a better reality for yourself, no matter what it looks like, I don't care what is going on in your actual physical reality with your body, take your power back by visualizing what you want to happen. Do that more regularly, and you'll begin to see those seeds manifest. You'll begin to see your situation and the medical readings actually start to change. I've seen that happen with a lot of people. But that, by you taking your energy and your power back and resetting it on a different trajectory, you're literally calling that energy to take this other path. You're giving that energy an actual assignment, and you have to know that that is part of the laws of the reality that we're in if you choose to work those laws, those tools that you have. But you have to do them. Nobody can do it for you. There's a part of reversing sickness and disease that it's really about you. Like, you can use all the herbs, you can drink all the tea, but if you don't really believe it's available here, it's probably not going to happen, right? It really depends. I'm not going to say it could never happen. I believe in miraculous healing. I believe people that don't even know about stuff, that they get told they have things, I believe they can be healed. I've seen that too. I've told and worked with people that had other diagnoses and they knew nothing. And I'll tell them a couple things and they'll come back and they say it was gone. So I believe it's about you. It's about your energy. It's about if you're open to the reality that is what you desire. If you're open to a higher vibrational timeline for yourself, you're open to the fact that you can be fibroid free naturally, then it can be yours if you go ahead and create that, act as if, and walk into it. And then, of course, have those other lifestyle changes in place too, so that it's a lot easier for you to see that. But all that aside, I believe in calling out for help and getting it. And I've seen that happen too. So do not underestimate God. Don't underestimate calling on the Most High and seeing a miraculous healing. I don't care. I don't care what nobody say. That's what I believe. So let's keep it moving. Let me know if you have any questions, because I will talk your ear off. Castor oil packs. Let's talk about it. I interviewed an amazing goddess a couple of weeks back, maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And you can watch the replay of that on my live stream replays. But it was all about a woman who has been using castor oil. And I'm going to talk about the way she was using it. And then I'm going to talk about the traditional, more formal way that you're going to hear about using castor oil and making castor oil packs. But I want to talk about it. I'm looking at my little dog. So if you see me looking, I'm just seeing what's going on here. Yeah, so she saw fibroids and has seen a lot of reduction in fibroid growth, and elimination of symptoms of fibroids and PMS using castor oil. So that's in a nutshell what I want to talk about really quickly. Now, the way she did it, she did not make a traditional pack. If you do your research and you look up how to make castor oil packs, you'll see that she didn't make a castor oil pack. She went completely, I don't even know what you would call it, but she just took the castor oil, put it, and this is castor oil. This is organic cold press. This is actually from Zanzibar, Tanzania. So she took the castor oil and she put it directly on her skin with her hand, right? And then she also did the method, I think it's called peyote, where you take a little bit of whatever oil you're using, in this case castor oil, and you put it inside of your belly button. And that will be absorbed through that chain into the body in a very efficient way as well. She did that. The only other thing that she did do was she said she sometimes used a heating pad. And one other thing that she did use that I don't have experience with, but I'm going to have some because I'm going to get one. She used sometimes an infrared lamp. So look up the infrared lamp, find you one. I don't know the brands. We talked about it on that live. So go back and look at the live stream replay. You could even go, there's so many infrared on, as a side note, infrared. Yes, isn't that cool, Naomi? There are infrared studios where you can work out in now. I know I've seen a lot of them in LA. I know Atlanta has a few of them. I've not been to them, but I do teach yoga. I teach at Crunch. I teach a few different formats, and I'm certified in hot yoga, and their hot yoga studio, if you ever go to Crunch or have one near you, go, because they have the infrared lighting. Their whole lighting that actually makes the heat comes from the infrared technology. So I would go. I was actually shocked because I thought if it's infrared, it had to be red. The one at the Crunches that I've been at, they're not red, but they are infrared, which means they are going to supply a deeper form of detoxification. And I can attest to having worked out in that environment, feeling way more light, almost like I had been on a cleanse after I did hot yoga in the infrared studios. So definitely keep that in mind. Look into that for yourself. But all she did was that she put the oil on her skin. She did not even do a true pack. So that's something to think about, because I know when I was first looking into castor oil packs, back when I had fibroids, I was kind of like, I don't want to do all this. I can just take herbs and do these other methods because I don't want to go through it. I just was like, I don't feel like getting this, because when you look up a castor oil pack, it says get wool flannel, which I don't have that today. I have a stand-in as an example for wool flannel. But I'm going to tell you why I would get the wool flannel now, and I probably will really quickly in 1 second. But you'll see that they say grab wool flannel, and they'll say to saturate the wool flannel in about a 1/4 cup of castor oil that is organic and hexane free. And I think it's supposed to be cold pressed too. I'm not sure on that, but mine is cold pressed. And then they say to, wring it out. And you're going to take that wool flannel. You're going to, actually, you can put it directly on your abdomen, or you can be really efficient and take a piece of saran wrap or plastic wrap that is bigger on all sides than the piece of flannel that you have. Because you're going to lay the flannel on that, and then you can handle it with the plastic and put the flannel part on whatever area, your womb or your liver. The flannel should be the part that's touching you, but the plastic is over it so that it doesn't get on your heating pad if you're using a heating pad, or if you're going to sleep, you're going to lay down, because you're going to have to take that off at some point if you have a pack with the plastic. You're probably not going to want to have that on for more than 30 minutes. So I wouldn't say go to sleep with that like that. But then you just rest. And that's part of your self-care regimen. Now, I know that, and you may know, I'm not sure if you do, there is another more, I don't know what the word is, tool heavy version of the castor oil pack, where they sell an actual wearable belt, which is actually cool, with a little patch that covers your liver, that actually will keep down the mess, because then you can just put the wool flannel on top of the little piece of material that's connected to a belt that you can wear on your body, and then you probably can go to sleep with it, because it's not going to cause so much of a mess, because it's got this beautiful sewn piece of material that's designed to protect your clothes and everything else from getting castor oil everywhere. Look into that. But that's like its own little kit. But I just wanted to mention that, because this goddess that I interviewed did not even do all that. She literally put the castor oil on her abdomen, on her womb space. You can put it on your liver to draw out the toxins because that's what it's going to do. It's very good at detoxifying. And she did also mix it with a little bit of thyme oil. I thought she said thyme, and I was thinking thyme, the herb, the physical herb, but she was meaning thyme essential oil. And she said she was doing it without the thyme essential oil first for a while. And she was noticing some benefits, but she said she saw rapid results adding the thyme essential oil with the castor oil and putting it on her abdomen that way. Now, she did use a couple of other oils for the full tool set of what she used. You have to go back and watch the replay because I don't remember everything. I did write down some notes. Coconut oil too was something she mentioned, but go back and watch it because she mentions a few other oils. I wanted to tell you with the castor oil about the pack. I told you that. I told you about the other oils. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Let me think. Slipped my mind. That means it's almost time to get off here. I had a long day. But the reason why I mentioned that is because you don't have to wait and be like, I don't have the wool flannel, I'm not doing it yet, or I need all these tools. Don't wait. Go ahead and get started. I've been putting castor oil on my abdomen at night and just wearing something like an old sweatshirt, something that I sleep in, that I don't care about getting oil on, and going to sleep. And I've seen benefits from it, you know. But like I said, it's going to help detox you. You're going to notice that there is a detoxification process happening, which may manifest into more bowel movements. You should notice alleviation of pain if you have any PMS. If you have pain in other areas of the body, incidentally, you can put castor oil there, and it may help to alleviate pain and inflammation in those areas. So it has a lot of really good benefits besides just being a powerful tool for self-care, because castor oil can be detoxifying for your body. Put it on your liver. It doesn't just have to be for fibroids. It's something that's a good tool for any member of the family to use at any time. So basically, you would take your wool flannel, and then I'm going to tell you about why I recommend that you actually do get the wool flannel, even though I don't have it yet. I'm going to tell you why I think it makes sense, and I'm going to get it. You take it here. You would put, actually, this would be in a bowl, and you would saturate this whole thing with about a 1/4 cup of the oil, and then you're going to wring it out so that the oil's not just flowing everywhere. And then you're going to take your flannel. You're going to place that flannel on a piece of plastic wrap that is larger than the cloth, the wool flannel. And then you're going to pick up the wrap and put it on the area, the womb space, for 30 minutes and relax. Do your visualization exercise that we talked about today. That's a great time to do that. It's a great time to just relax and just allow yourself some self-care time, some time to just dreamline your reality and the outcome that you desire, and feel it as your reality, right? Or you could, like I said, listen to some music and don't even go into anything else. Just let the moment be what it is. You could fall asleep and take a nap, whatever you do. But it's looking like a very inexpensive way to get some major results and lift your spirits with fibroids is to get some castor oil therapy in your life. Now, the reason why I say you should probably invest in getting that wool flannel is because lately the subject of vibration has been coming up in terms of cloth, clothing, material, textiles. We have to be aware now. I mean, this has always been real, but it seems like I'm hearing a lot about it now. And I don't know what the vibrational frequency of wool flannel is, but I know that wool has one of the highest vibrational frequencies when it comes to cloth. So that's something to think about. You know, before I was thinking, I was like, I'm going to put it on a washcloth. That's what I have. No, I'm going to get the wool flannel because it's higher frequency. And that will go well with me intentionally utilizing this tool that I know has gotten so many other women results with shrinking fibroids and seeing a reduction in PMS and detoxing their bodies and balancing hormones, and anybody else. It doesn't even have to be for women, but you want to add another layer of high vibrational wellness tools, get high vibrational materials. And I do know that wool is one of the highest vibrational frequency fabrics. Another one is pure, 100% unbleached, 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 unbleached cotton. But you want to get unbleached everything, right? And you want to really add some more layers of, what's the word? Slam dunk energy when it comes to high vibrational frequency to your castor oil regimen. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Definitely put some in your belly button because it's called Pichoti, if I'm saying it right. Look it up. You're gonna, when you look it up, you know you're gonna see stuff where they're like, that doesn't work if you just look at the regular internet report. Whose report are you gonna believe? Rewind it back and you'll know why I'm saying that if this is the first time you're hearing that. Whose report are you gonna believe? Remember, everything, because you need to realize the energy that you carry and that you're a child of the Most High, number one. When you realize that, you will get used to sitting with, first of all, sitting on your throne and also accepting that things in this reality are designed to respond to your command. If you know it and you move with that as your intention, you have to accept your role as the goddess, accept your role as the child of Jesus. If you so choose, I'm not, listen, you do you, but accept your role and watch things respond. Remember, something that always resonates with me is that nature is so powerful, right? That all aspects of nature is so powerful, but nature is separated, we learn about in school, into different kingdoms and orders and classes, right? These different kingdoms are real significant kingdoms that are designed, these kingdoms, the herb kingdom is a kingdom, for example, right? The plants, which kind of ties into the herbs, are a kingdom, but they're all interrelated into being at our command if we know it and if we respect it, right? Not in a negative way, because, you know, you're going to get the outpouring of whatever it is you're putting out. So that doesn't mean it's all responding to my command and I'm this and you're not. That's not how, that ain't it. Everything is also, you know, a manifestation of God, right? So we have to move in love and move in gratitude. That's a good thing. Think about how grateful we are to know this information, to have these truths left for us to use in a world that looks like everything, if you really look at it, sometimes could be stacked against you, but you have to realize that's an illusion, and that's just part of the design of the reality that we are in. And yes, it takes work, and yes, some days it may be rainier than others and you may not feel like it, but if you really want to be an overcomer and see things manifest into your reality being what's here, the desires of your heart, you got to do the work. You got to renew your mind and get back on that path, right? But remember, these kingdoms are waiting for you to work with them and give them commands. You can speak to your water. You can put loving, healing energy into the water and then have a sip. And that can have a positive effect on you. You created a actual method that you did where you spoke something out into existence of high vibrational, of love energy, and then you drank it, right? Think about it. Don't underestimate these small ways that you can really begin to recraft your entire reality. Then I'm gonna stop on that. Now, Pichoti method is what it was called, and you can put those oils through the on into the belly button and just set it and forget it. Remember that? And that also is another way that you can apply this castor oil and any other essential oils. Now, that being said, I have talked for almost an hour. Like I said to Naomi, your order is on the way. Let me know how you like the sea moss. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you like the tea and the green smoothie powder. Check for smoothie recipes on this channel. I do also have what was that called? I did a 14-day fibroid detox smoothie challenge. It is my pleasure. Thank you for sitting and talking with me today. Thank you so much. But you can use those products The smoothie challenge is a self-guided paid challenge. It's $99. It's something you want to do. Let me know. And you already have the powder. You already have the tea. Both of those things are used in some of those smoothie recipes, but it's 14 days of different ways you can make fibroid detox smoothies with fruits, vegetables, and using my products, of course. But I will be back again. I'm on this is what, day 4 of the challenge. So we have 3 more days left of the Fibroid Freedom March Madness Challenge. I'm feeling good. I still have some green juice left, but if you're inside of the group, it's time to re-up on your green juice so that you have some for the next 3 days. I'm probably going to switch up my recipe to make this one a actual green juice. I probably won't do beets in this recipe, but you know, whatever I juice, I'm going to share. And I have something else I'm going to share too, but I'll save that for a surprise. Other than that, I'm going to go because I am tired. I will be back with a workout, thinking dance tomorrow. This will be a pop-up workout for the women in the group. I may make it live. I'm not sure. If anybody wants to work out with me, I may make it live. If so, let me know in the comments. And I'll do it on this channel. I do have a fitness channel, by the way, y'all. I just haven't gotten enough subscribers yet to go live. But once I get enough subscribers on that channel, I will be switching all of the workout content to Dance Fit with Cecily. That's the name of the channel. So make sure you subscribe also to Dance Fit with Cecily for all of the fitness lifestyle related content. My workouts, my yoga, my strength training. I have a whole series of 16-minute strength workouts that are optimized specifically. Hi, Goddess Melissa. Welcome. Melissa is like on it. I want to thank you for showing up and showing out with the accountability, with showing up and doing the challenge the way it needs to be done. Melissa, you've been showing up. How to find your workout again? Oh, you're just leaving the gym? Yay! Woo, woo, woo. Good job. Way to get it in, Goddess. I'm doing another workout pop-up tomorrow. You did? What video did you do? One of my videos? I hope. Naomi, there are so many old Dance Fit with Cecily workouts on this channel. Okay, but the actual new channel is called Dance Fit. Let me see if I can type it in the chat. With Cecili, Dance Fit with Cecily. Let me see if I can go into my own live and type it in the chat. Yeah, Melissa. Represent. You got it in. I was so busy today. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Follow fitness YouTube channel. Whoops. It's at let's see if it gives you the link. It doesn't, but oh, maybe you can click on it. Yeah, you can go to channel if you click that. Subscribe because eventually all of the workouts will be shifting to that channel. And I'm doing so much more. I'm doing yoga. And these are fibroid optimized fitness classes. But then some of them will just be regular fitness classes. But you'll notice on there right now there is a yoga video for fibroids, for emotional release, for fibroid healing on there. And there's some dance tutorials on there because that's really my favorite thing ever to do. So anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. And like I said, I'm doing a pop-up live workout tomorrow. Accountability video. What time tomorrow is the workout? That is such a good question. Because you know what? I don't think I'm going to get up at it and do it for 8:30 in the morning. Let me think about tomorrow. Well, we're going to go with 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock workout tomorrow. I'll create the link. Short and sweet. We're getting it in and we're getting out because we got to get ready for the weekend. So it will be dance. You know it. You know I love my dance workouts. And yeah, I'm getting out of here now. I have so much fun on these things. Like, I really need to like have more activities for when I'm like done talking about what I kind of like start drawing a blank. I'm like, what should we talk about, you know? But yeah, so anyway, 12 o'clock, be there or be square. We're going to finish strong. And I think that'll be 4 workouts for the week, I think. But honestly, I'm doing the best I can. And I know you're busy, but it's easier to do the requirements with more notice than we can plan. I know. But baby girl, let me tell you something. This is it. Get in where you fit in. You know what? I get you on the notice. This is a pop-up. So I feel like coming on and I'm coming on. I try to give you as much notice as I can right now just because I'm just doing a lot and I wanted to make sure that I showed up with something, you know. And I realize that it's short notice. So you get it in when you can. And maybe the next one I will have an actual calendar planned out. But things, you know, with the real estate, it's kind of hard each day to know exactly what I'm going to be doing because sometimes I need to go and meet a client and it's like 2 hours notice and then I'll have to cancel and I hate canceling. So for me, it's really easy to just say, boom. But one thing I did, and that's what I was doing with the Dance Fit with Cecily live stream workouts every Saturday when I was doing those. I tried to keep them at the same time. At least you knew you could always check to see if I was going to be on during the same time window. But right now, you know, that's why it's called, honestly, March Madness, because it's like it's madness. Like, it's workouts, it's fitness, it's intense, and it could pop up at any time. You know, and that's why I gave you the day off too, Goddess. But you worked out on your day off. It's supposed to be an active rest day, but I know that you're like, girl, I needed more notice. So just do the best you can. I'm going to be on here at noon, and we will go from there, okay? And since nobody else other than you in the group said anything about the workout, I'm assuming that nobody else wants to do the workout that's not in the group. So I will just make the link private for group members, or unlisted rather. And I'm working on getting the bravery to record videos and share it publicly. Been doing the food part. I understand. I do. I really do. You know, before I started doing those live workouts, because I think I'm going on 3 years of working out live on the internet, and I'm not totally transformed, but I look back at the different phases and I'm like, wow, I remember when I made this video. Or I remember before I made the videos and I would just fantasize about me making the videos, but I was like, I am not getting on the internet. And now I don't care because I just love it. I have so much fun when I do get on the live stream and I work out, and I love it. So I don't know. It's just a new part of, it's a new version of me that I didn't know was coming out of hiding. The fitness instructor version. I did not know I was going to be doing this a few years ago, but now I like crave working out. Y'all are so sweet. We love you, and thanks for putting the challenge together. Aw, thank you so much. I love you. And thank you for doing the challenge with me. And I'm telling you, the next one I do, I'm going to have a calendar ahead of time. Y'all know I got that Aries energies, and it's like, boom, let's go. And then you're like, I could have planned it a little, but I'm like, plan schman. We're gonna get in. It's March Madness. Boom. Dance workout. Boom. Yoga. You know? But I will have a calendar for the next one. Naomi said, oh my God, you're so awesome and inspiration. Thank you so much, Naomi. Y'all are making my evening. Y'all are so sweet. So let me go because my doggy is crying now. She's like, get me out of here. Yeah, you're awesome. But I'm hungry, okay? That's what she's saying. So tomorrow at 12. Yeah, so tomorrow at 12, you need to, okay, let me tell you. Dance Fit with Cecily doesn't have enough subscribers for me to go live yet. I think I need like 50-ish more. So I got to work on that. But you need to follow that because once I get those, I'm going to be doing all the workouts over there. But tomorrow at noon, I'm going to be here doing a quick little workout for us. And that'll be that. All right. Thank you so much, Naomi. I appreciate you participating in the way that you have been on the lives. I love it. Melissa, you know I got love for you. And I have some more stuff that I'm going to be talking about. I just couldn't fit it all in. I know I got to do the lymphatic self-massage. We're going to talk about that over the next day or so. I'm going to try to get it done tomorrow, but I may be doing that on Saturday. We'll see. And of course, I'll be posting tomorrow's action steps in a little bit tonight. Y'all go have a good evening. Go love on yourself. Get your comfy blanket. Get you some tea. A good glass of water. Sprinkle some lime juice in there. Oh my God, that gives me such a good idea that I needed to go over. I'll talk about that maybe over the weekend. And I got a recipe that I've been wanting to share with y'all that I keep forgetting to edit the video. And it's such a good like brunch Saturday or Sunday food. And it's so good for fibroid elimination. It's so healthy. But I can't tell you until I edit the video. But when I put it up, I'll be like, this was it. This is the video. I already have it edited. Look out for it. Okay? That's why I'm all over the place. You see all the videos I got to put up? Among other things. All right. I love y'all so much. Y'all know what to do. If you have any questions, get at me. Go have a wonderful night. Peace, love, and fibroid release.